Hello everyone and welcome to the Kiki London YouTube channel. My name is Amanda and in today's video we are going to be doing a gel polish and a rubber base ombre using one of the shades from the Kiki London Macaron collection because I kind of was feeling a hint of spring. So do let me know what you think of these nails in the comments below. Now to start off with, I have already got some clear press on nail tips applied to my nails. Now usually when I apply these I don't apply a base coat on top of them because it's not necessarily needed because you're working on top of a plastic or a gel tip. But when I want a little bit of added strength on the nails, or I want to wear them for a little bit longer and I want them to feel more like a gel set, I will pop down a layer of rubber base, and I feel as though this kind of just reinforces them and makes them feel a little bit stronger and harder. It kind of gives them more of a builder gel feel than a press on nail feel. So I'm coming in with RB02 and I'm just going to apply a thin coat of this to the entire nail. This is a really lovely natural sheer pink. We're not actually going to see any of this colour particularly in this set, as I did opt for a more opaque colour for when it comes to doing the ombre part that we're going to do on 3 of these nails. But this was just a really nice soft natural colour, and if you are working with the rubber base colours on your natural nails, they do give amazing strengthening properties, so they are great for anyone with weak, thin, brittle or even damaged nails. In the previous week's video I did show that I was doing a little bit of TLC on my natural nails with the sculpting gel, so I did remove that before doing this set, and I thought I would just pop some press-ons over the top so I'm not actually working directly on my natural nails, as they are a little bit on the weaker side at the moment, and where I'm doing lots of on-off sets for content it can be a little bit difficult. But I thought I would do some press-ons today and I wanted to have that hint of spring, so that's what we're going to go for. Now I always like to apply my rubber base mainly with the bottle brush, getting as close to the cuticle and the sort of cuticle and sidewall area with that bottle brush. Then I'll swap to my stripe liner brush to come around the edges with that. Now if you are gluing your press-on nails, or I know lots of people who create press-ons to sell, then it's obviously a lot easier to do it that way, do your design and then apply your tips. But I still would recommend, if you are, especially if you're doing them for clients to wear, putting that layer of a rubber base coat down underneath and even top coating with rubber top coat as well to really reinforce the press on nail tip. Now the beautiful colour I have chosen from the Macaron collection is Blueberry Whisk. This is such a gorgeous soft baby blue with those really pretty macaron sparkles in there. Oh sorry, not sparkles, the speckles. They are like a dark grey black speckles, so they kind of give off a bit of an eggshell effect. So they were really popular, especially last spring, so I think the same will happen this year. But I really wanted to use the blue because it's still got a little hint of winter there, so it's a great transitional shade between spring and winter. So for the ombre application, I've taken my bottle brush and applied it from the free edge down towards the tip of the nail. So I've used my natural nail free edge kind of like a guide. Then I've taken the ombre brush and we're just going to pull a slight amount of that colour back and then blend it back gently, and then go in with a horizontal motion, just gentle from side to side, to blend that colour into the rubber base that's underneath. And one of the great things about doing it this way is the rubber base coat does leave behind a nice tacky inhibition layer, so it helps blend the colour in. So this is kind of my go-to way of doing a rubber base and colour gel polish set of nails, because I find where the two products are different consistencies and that the rubber base coat is thicker than your gel polish shades, if you were to do an ombre with them the classic way, I find it quite hard to blend the two colours together. So this is kind of the way I more prefer to do it. So I'll go in with a super thin coat of rubber base, then 2 coats of my chosen gel polish color that we're going to be ombreing back, so here Blueberry Whisk, and then I'll come in with either 1 or 2 more coats of rubber base coat depending on the kind of tone and opacity of the rubber base coat we've chosen. So on this first coat, you want to try and blend this out, as much as possible. So as you can see, I'm really working it in, kind of using a little bit of pressure with my brush to gently fade out that color, but the ombre doesn't have to be perfect on this first coat. We're going to make the color pop a little bit more on the second coat, and then we're going to also be covering up that blend with our rubber base shade as well anyway. So I've popped that in to cure for 30 seconds, and then we're going to come in and do our second coat. So again, taking Blueberry Whisk, I'm not taking this as far down as the blend that we did before, because obviously we want to create that same blend with our second coat. Then I'm taking my ombre brush, just bringing a tiny amount of that Blueberry Whisk back down towards the nail bed, and then going in and blending backwards and forwards with my ombre brush, keeping the brush quite clean. So at times you're going to see the brush go out of shot, and that's just because I'm wiping it off on an alcohol pad, just to wipe off any of the product we've picked up, so that we're not taking too much of that color down into the nail bed area. Now, if you are new to doing ombre nail art, I would highly recommend starting off with lighter pastel shades, as they are a little bit easier to blend, as well as colors that kind of have an effect to them. So here, for example, with that macaron effect, the same goes for finer glitter colors. For example, the Spring Bling collection is really easy for practicing ombre nail art with as well. But the most important step, or the thing that I found that makes ombre the easiest, is the ombre brush. I love how you have the denser bristles right at the top end of the brush, and then the very tips of the brush are nice and loose and thin, so you can kind of work with the brush both ways to really blend that color out depending on the style of ombre you're doing. So I always just pull a little bit of color back and then blend from side to side and really work that in. And then we're still going to take the ombre brush and kind of use a different technique with it when it comes to going in with our second coat of rubber base coat. So we're going to pop that color in to cure for 30 seconds, and then we've got our blue tips done on these 3 nails. I'm going to do a solid color on the little finger on the thumb of the Blueberry Whisk, because I didn't want to have a full set of ombre nails today. And then I've gone for RB18. So technically I could have put this color down as my first coat, but I picked up RB02 and I went with that. But then I wanted something with a bit more opacity for the ombre effect, just because, one, it helps cover up that fade, and then it's also going to help cover up any imperfections that you can still see on the natural nail bed. So I'm going to do this in 2 coats, so I'm keeping it fairly thin so that we don't end up with a too thick or bulky nail. So I'm going to come in, apply a small amount of rubber base to the nail bed area. So I've got a nice neat cuticle with my striped liner brush, pulled that color down slightly where the Blueberry Whisk fade is, and then I'm taking the ombre brush and using a really light touch to pull the top part of that rubber base color down to the tip of the nail. And as you can see, where we're only pulling a small amount down, it only ever so slightly softens the color, but it helps create that really nice blend. If you don't want to cover up too much of the Blueberry Whisk, you can wipe off some excess, but if you're quite careful with how much you pull down, then you shouldn't need to do that. So same again, as you can see, I'm just taking the bristles that are right at the tip of the brush and using a really light stroke and just pulling a small amount of that product down. Now, because this color, although it's slightly more opaque than RB02, it is still leaning on the natural side. So depending on the color you choose, sometimes you can get away with doing this in 1 coat, but I always kind of prefer to go in and do 2 thin coats anyway, because that way I can really perfect the blend. I always like to have my striped liner brush to hand to neaten up the cuticle and sidewall areas, and you will see on one of the nails I do come back in with this on the second coat to fix up my blend a bit as well, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. So using a really light stroke here, because you don't want to actually be pulling loads of that product down right to the tip of the nail. You just want to be pulling a small amount down to kind of blend it out and give the nail a smooth finish. We're then going to pop that in to cure for 30 seconds and then come in and do the second coat. Same as before, I'm only taking a small amount of product on my brush, and I'm not pulling this as far down as we did before because we've already got a lot of that blend created, and I don't want to start covering up the blueberry whisk. I just want to create a seamless blend between the two. So I'm taking my stripe liner brush, pulling some of that colour towards the edges of the sidewalls just to get a nice neat application. And then same as before, but not as far down, I'm going to take that ombre brush and start gently pulling the colour down. And then as we pull it down over the fade, I'll kind of leave that there and then use the top part of the brush, so those thicker, denser bristles, to kind of blend out the colour. And then that's also pulling off any excess rather than leaving it right at the tip of the nail. Here I had a little piece of dust, I think, or a little hair or something in the nail that I was trying to get out and I was struggling a bit with. So then we're going to do exactly the same on the middle and ring finger. So always only taking a small amount of product. The rubber bases are a slightly thicker consistency to your gel polish, so a little bit goes a long way, especially when you are using them for colour benefits like what we're doing here. We're not actually using it for strengthening or the rubber base properties, we're using it for color here, but of course it's still going to be adding strength to the nails, especially if you were doing this on natural nails, whether they be short, medium or long natural nails. And then just being really careful as we pull that colour down. And I felt as though this colour blended or worked really well with the blueberry whisk because it's kind of somewhere between a nude and a peach. It's got a very nude tone to it, but it does still have that hint of peach to it. So I thought it worked really, really well with blueberry whisk for a nice simple look that's slightly different to your classic pink and white or nude and white baby boomer. I think this set would work lovely as well for kind of like either gender reveal nails where you know the baby's a little boy, or maybe a baby shower for a little boy. It's got a very nice baby blue tone to blueberry whisk, but I thought it was just the perfect shade for anyone who's not quite ready for spring nails but have moved away from the wintry tones, because it's got the blue there but it's just not too wintry but not full on spring. So on this now I just wasn't 100% happy with the blend, so what I did was took a small amount of rubber base coat whilst we haven't cured anything yet basically. So then I took a small amount of rubber base coat and added that on right at that blend area where I wasn't 100% happy with it, and then I'm able to work the product towards the tip of the nail but then also pull it back a little bit as well, so it gives us full control over creating a perfect blend. I then popped those 3 nails in to cure and I was really happy with how cute these turned out. Now I really wanted the blueberry whisk to pop in this set, so if I'm wanting to keep it simple when I'm doing a nail design but I don't want all 5 nails to be the same, I'll kind of frame the design by doing the thumb and the little finger a solid colour that matches the other 3 nails that we've done. So of course in this set you could either go in and do a full nail of blueberry whisk or a full nail of RB18 and it would kind of tie the set together. I went with blueberry whisk of course because I wanted to have that cute shade coming through. Now if you haven't already checked out the macaron collection, I highly would recommend it. There are 8 shades in the collection. A lot of them are very spring inspired, so there's some pinks, some kind of like a mint greeny color. There's 2 greens actually, and there's 2 pinks, a lighter and a darker. And there's also a neutral color in there as well, so cookies and cream I believe it's called, and it's a really nice creamy bisque kind of shade, which is lovely as well. But I really love the pastel shades in this one for late winter and early spring. You can even take them into summer as well, especially as well for Easter nails. These colors give off the whole mini egg vibe, so I really love them for that as well. So when it comes to applying my solid colour, I did 1 thin coat on both the little finger and the thumb, cured for 30 seconds, and then we're going to come in and do a second coat. Also at this point, if you felt as though you'd covered up too much of your ombre, you could come in and add a touch of blueberry whisk at the very tip of the nail and gently blend it back using your ombre brush. I kind of would only recommend doing that if you have covered it up too much, because you don't want to end up going in with unnecessary layers if it's not needed. I didn't feel as though it was needed for this set. I was happy with how those blends looked. I really love a full color nail on a thumbnail for some reason. I think it just looked super cute, and I love that although these are full colors, they've got that nail art effect to them, so it just gives off a really nice cute vibe. Now we are going to come in and top coat. I completely forgot to show you guys the bottle of top coat that I chose today, but I went for the rubber top coat, and I went for this one because, like I mentioned at the start of the video, if I'm going to be wearing press-ons, like I'm keeping them on, I'm not just wearing them for the design. I like to make sure that they feel like a full gel set of nails, and I feel like by combining the rubber base and top coat, you get that kind of level of thickness and strength to the nail. Also, the rubber top coat is great for evening out any unevenness in your application when you do things like an ombre. When you're going backwards and forwards, you might, with your brush, you might get an ever so slight unevenness in your gel polish color, so the rubber top coat will completely smooth that out. So I like to apply a thin coat of it to all of the nails, and then I always hold them upside down just for a few seconds before popping it into cure, and then this helps give you that super smooth finish. The rubber top coat does require a 60-second cure, so I popped these in to cure for 60 seconds, and I really loved how cute they turned out. I absolutely love this color, and I'm really looking forward now to going in to the spring nail looks. To finish off this set, of course, we're going to come in with a little bit of cuticle oil. So I went for the coconut escape today, so I'm just going to apply a small amount of this right down at that cuticle area and give it a good rub in. And then once I rubbed this in, I do always come in when I'm doing my nails with a pump of the K&S Woody Rose hand lotion. So I will come in and add on some of that. And when your hands, I don't know about anyone else, but my skin has really suffered this winter with feeling quite dry and cracked, especially in between the fingers. So I love coming in with this. It instantly smooths and nourishes the skin. So I'm going to give that a good massage in, and then I wiped off the excess from the nail plate just to bring back the shine from the top coat. And then this was the finished result. So I really hope you found today's video helpful. If you have any questions, please do pop them in the comments below, and I will be happy to help. If you did enjoy today's video, please do give it a thumbs up. As always, all the products are listed in the description box below. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I would absolutely love it if you hit that subscription button, and I shall see you all again in the next video. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.